Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie and thank you for joining in a 15-minute yoga flow with me. We're going to start on the ground, so make sure you have a mat or a towel, something that you can practice on today, and go ahead and bring it down to your hands and knees. We're going to start with cat-cow. First, you'll take an inhale and arch your back, lift your chest, look up. Take an exhale, round your back, stretch through your shoulder blades, and then inhale back to cow. Exhale, round into cat, and inhale to cow. Lift your chest. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, and exhale, round. All right, we'll bring it back to a neutral spine. From here, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees and hips into downward facing dog. Hold here, take some deep breaths. You can alternate bending one knee at a time, stretching through the back of your legs. Just do what feels good, pushing down through those heels, trying to flatten your back as best you can. We'll begin walking the feet up to the top of the mat. Once you get there, go ahead and take an exhale, just round your back, fold over your legs. And then inhale, bring the arms out to the side, all the way up. Bring your palms together at the top, look up. And then exhale, swan dive the arms, fold over your legs, relax down. Take an inhale, come to a half lift, look up. And then exhale, plant your hands. Let's step the right foot back and lower the knee down to the ground. We'll shift forward into a hip flexor stretch here. Lift through your chest and hold. Make sure those toes are untucked behind you. And then from here, we're going to shift back. The hips are going to go over the heel, and the left leg is going to straighten for a hamstring stretch. And keep both hands on the ground for balance. Just breathe. And then we'll shift back forward into that hip flexor stretch. Hold for a few more breaths. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Let's step forward, go into that forward fold at the top of your mat. Take your exhale and then inhale, swan dive the arms back up. Bring your palms together at the top. Look up and then exhale, swan dive down into your forward fold. Inhale, come up to a half lift. And then exhale, plant your hands, left foot step back this time. Drop the knee down, untuck the toes, and push your hips down into that hip flexor stretch. And then we'll push those hips back over the heel here into that hamstring stretch on the right side. You can pull your toes up towards your forehead if you want a little bit extra stretch. Hold for a few seconds, make sure you're breathing, trying to keep your chest as open as you can. And then we'll shift back forward into our hip flexor stretch. Hips forward, shoulders back. All right, tuck the toes, lift the knee, step forward, feet together, exhale and fold. And inhale, swan dive the arms back up, bring your palms together at the top, big lift. And exhale, forward fold, bring those arms down. Inhale, come up to a half lift. And exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back again, drop the knee and untuck the toes. Hip flexor stretch again on the right. This time we're going to lift the arms up towards the ceiling, palms together, gaze up towards those hands. And then exhale, hands back down to the mat, shift your hips back over your heel. And then this time we're going to round our back over our left leg, deepen that hamstring stretch. And then shift forward. We're going to place all of our weight on our right hand, open up to the left and twist open. Bring the left hand up towards the ceiling, look up, hold. And then bring your hand back down, frame the foot, untuck your toes, lift the knee, step forward, fold into that forward fold. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead, palms together, look up. And exhale, swan dive the arms, come into your forward fold, hold. Inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, left foot steps back this time. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, hip flexor stretch. Bring those arms up overhead. Palms together, look up. And then bring those hands back down to the mat. Shift your weight back, hips over the heel. And then we'll round forward to intensify this one a little bit more. Good, now shift your weight back forward into the hip flexor stretch. Twisting towards your front leg, so bring that right hand up towards the ceiling. Look up. Push away from your shoulders, so push through the ground, open up your chest. And bring your hand back down to the ground. Untuck your back toes, lift the knee, step forward to the top of your mat. Take your exhale and fold. Inhale, come up, arms up, palms together at the top. And exhale, fold over. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Take your right foot back, then your left foot back. Come into a plank position. Drop down to your knees. Come down into a push-up position and then a baby cobra. Chest lifts off the ground. Push up into a downward facing dog. A few deep breaths. From here, we're going to lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your toes pointed down towards the ground so you're pushing through your heel here. Hold. From here, pull your knee into your chest. We're going to plant that foot between the hands. Plant the back heel down. Come up to warrior one. Palms together, gaze up. The front leg is bent. The back leg is straight. Hips and shoulders are squared forward. And then from here, we're going to lunge ourselves forward, step to the top of your mat, and reset. Take a big breath in. Get ready for the next. On your next inhale, bring those arms up overhead, palms together. Look up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands down. Left foot comes back this time, then the right. Drop to your knees, come down into that push-up. Inhale, come up to a baby cobra. Lift the chest. And then exhale, tuck the toes, push your hips back, downward facing dog. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So left foot lifts up towards the ceiling. Toes face down, push through your heel. And then we'll swing it through. So you'll tuck your knee in, plant it between your hands, plant the back heel down, come up to warrior one. Palms are together, gaze is up. Deep in that lunge in the left leg. Breathe. And then we'll lunge ourselves forward to the top of the mat and reset. Take a few breaths. We're going to add on to that. So inhale, bring your arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back, then the left. Drop down to your knees and lower down. Inhale, come up to upward facing dog or big cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. This time, right foot comes up towards the ceiling. Point those toes down, push through your heel. And then pull that knee in, plant the foot between the hands, plant the back heel, warrior one. Take a breath. And then exhale, warrior two. Shoulders and hips are going to open up to the left. Arms come down to a T, gazes over the right fingertips. From here, we'll go into a reverse warrior. So your left hand's going to come to your left thigh, your right arm comes up and over. We're bending back over the back leg. Gaze is up towards your hand. And then back to warrior two, warrior one, and then lunge yourself forward to the top of your mat. Arms down, shake it out, take a breath, reset. We're going to do all of that on the other side. Take your inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come up to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, the left foot comes back, then the right. Drop down to your knees, lower down. Inhale, come up to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes up towards the ceiling. Point those toes down. Make sure you're taking big, deep breaths. And then we'll tuck the knee in, pull it in, plant the foot between the hands, plant the back heel, warrior one. Palms together, deepen the lunge in the left leg. And then as you exhale, open up to warrior two. Hips and shoulders open to the side, arms come down to a T. Next, we'll go into reverse warrior. Your right hand comes to your right thigh, left arm up and over, hold. Bring it back to warrior two. And then warrior one. Lunge yourself forward, step to the top of your mat. Arms come down, reset. We're going to do one more sun salutation. So bring those arms up overhead one more time. Big breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back, left foot back, and come down to your knees. Come to a seated position. Your legs can be out in front. We'll just go to an easy cross leg position. So whatever's comfortable. Sit up nice and tall, flatten out your low back, pull your shoulders back and down. And then next we'll sit up tall, intertwine all of your fingers, and then press your palms out away from you. Round your upper back. Reach out and then lift your chest, bring your arms up overhead. Look up, open up if you can. And then we're going to fold over the legs. Hold your arms up overhead as long as you can into your fold. And then once you get all the way into your fold, you can release your hands, put your palms on the ground, and just reach. Breathe. Just relax here. Keep breathing. Maybe you go a little bit farther into the fold, relaxing down into it. Breathing comes back to normal again. And then we're going to bring our hands to our knees before lifting your head and back. And then slowly roll up. Rounding your back, rolling up, bringing your head up last. And then once you reach the top, let a big exhale out. From here, we're going to do a twist. Bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand to the floor behind you. You're going to pull into your knee to twist and look over your right shoulder. Staying light in your hand on the floor, staying lifted through your chest. Then bring it back to the center. This time we'll bring the right hand to the left knee and the left hand to the floor behind you. Lift and twist, looking over your left shoulder. Bring it back to the center. Now, bring your hands to the floor behind you. Point your fingers towards you. About 5 or 6 inches away from you is where your hands or your fingertips will be. From here, press your palms and your fingers down into the ground. Straighten your arms and lift your chest. Think about pinching your shoulder blades together and dropping your shoulders down. You're going to feel a really big stretch in your forearms and your fingers and wrists and in your shoulders and chest. big chest opener here. If you want to add a little bit more, we're going to pop up onto those knees, so pushing the hips off of the mat. Doing a modified reverse plank. And then bring the hips down if you brought them up. Slowly come out of that. Give your wrists and arms a little relaxation. Do some twists. All right, now we're going to make our way to our backs. So just pull your knees into your chest. You can rock around, massage your low back with the ground. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Just do whatever feels good here, kind of rolling around. We're getting ready for our last relaxation, our Shavasana. All right, so release your legs down to the mat, straighten them out on the ground. Let your feet fall open, your knees fall open. Let your arms straighten out to the sides and let your palms open up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. We're going to finish here in Shavasana. Just close your eyes, have normal breathing. If you want to use this time to meditate or just count your breaths, whatever you can do to try to clear your mind, release tension, and relax. You can start to bring your awareness back to your body. Take some deep breaths. If you want to come up, you can, or stay there for longer, whatever feels good for you today. Again, my name is Stephanie, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today in this yoga practice. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you will join me again soon. Have a great day.